Do you question why your twin flame is still running from this connection? Why you're still in separation? Why union hasn't happened yet? Well, the thing is, if your twin flame is running, then deep down, so are you. You and your twin flame are mirror souls. So their behaviour is a reflection of what you're going through. So ask yourself this question. What are you still avoiding? And what are you running from? My name is Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. We keep asking ourselves and getting frustrated with our twin flame. And it's like, why is he running? Why aren't they here yet? You know, what the fuck? Get home, quick. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, why are they doing? Why are they running away from me? Why don't they come to me? Why don't they choose me? All these questions come into our mind. But you have to ask yourself those exact questions. So if you're constantly interrogating your twin flame on the 5D, which we all do, you know, and asking them, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you back yet? You have to ask yourself these exact same questions. And this is, I do this all the time. We think that we're ready. We're like, oh my God, I'm so ready. And it's like, come back, you know, let's have union. And then there's more delays, there's more separation. And then we get triggered. And why do we get triggered? Because we still have blocks. And why are we still blocked? Because we're running as well. And that's a fact. Like, oh my God, I still do this. And this has happened for me this week. Like, I've been going through a lot of purging over the last few weeks. We all have. And, you know, so obviously anytime there's a healing going on, or anytime there's a little bit of separation, or anytime there's an activation for triggers or any of that kind of stuff, it's because we have something else to heal. And, you know, I've been here for the last few months kind of going, I'm ready, I'm in union energy, and I'm ready to receive and all this kind of stuff. And then you realize, oh shit, I still have walls up around my heart. And it's just like, oh, that's why things are delayed. I'm running too. You know, I didn't even realize this because this fucking whole heart shit, like, you know what I mean? Opening our heart is one of the hardest things we'll do in this journey. And that's what I'm going to speak about today, is our heart. Are we ready to receive? Because we might think we're ready for love, but are you? Like, this is another thing. If you're not comfortable on your own, if you've not done the work and are still seeking to be validated or complete by your twin flame union, that means you still have a lot of work to do. But for me, I know I always have work to do. I know I do. And I'm conscious of that. But even as a conscious healer, I still end up with fucking blocks, and I end up fucking going, oh my God, I didn't even realize I wasn't ready. You know, we're in this energy, we're doing, like, you're doing the work, you're doing the healing. Every time you heal something new, you feel better, you feel more heart open. And then the universe comes in and tells you, hey, you've got walls up again. And you're like, really? I didn't know that. You know, and then all this stuff, like, this is why we question, like, we question, why am I going through this again? Or why is this pain coming up again? You know, so other things resurface again and again. I've said this before, we heal in layers. So every time there's a new layer, it means you've got more to heal. And like, this frustrates me, right? It's like, am I healed yet? No, you're not healed yet. Why does this keep coming up? Because you still have more to heal. Our wounds are huge fucking humongous. They're massive. They're fucking massive, right? If you were to sit there and heal all of it in one go, this is childhood trauma, past relationship trauma, and many past life traumas. So if you're sitting there and you're going to say, I have an hour now, I'll fucking get that done in an hour. It's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to happen. You're literally, you heal the first section, you know, because you're, I won't say, I don't like saying weak, you're not as strong as you are now, say. So when you heal the first level, you're in a less strong place. And you get through that and you become stronger. Then a couple of months will pass and the fucking same wound is resurfaced and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this again. I healed it already. No, you didn't. You only healed the first layer. So now you have to heal the second layer. And then you get stronger. And then the next layer. And I find that the final purge of any fucking massive wound is huge humongous. It's like you're feeling the whole thing in one go. But like, if you were to heal that in one go, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to. That's the thing. So we have to start being patient with the fact that healing does happen in layers. So if a wound comes up, you have to say, okay, what is this teaching me, instead of trying to suppress it again. So this is the thing. Where is your heart blocked? Because ask yourself, in what ways is your twin running? What are they afraid of? What are they not facing? And then ask those questions to yourself. are you truly ready to let them into your lives? Let them into your life. I don't know English. But yeah, are you truly ready to let them into your life? Are you? And like a few weeks ago, I started to see what it would feel like to have my twin flame in union with me. And it frightened the shit out of me. It really did. Because I prior to that, I was so ready. And I am ready to an extent. But it shook things up again. And it made a few things resurface for me for final release. Which is fair enough. And I was coming out of that. And that was fine. And I was like, I'm back in, good energy again. And then it wasn't the other day. It was yesterday. I was just sitting there and I don't know why I was triggered. I can't remember how I was triggered. But anyway, the energy of betrayal came up for me. And that's personally what I'm going through at the minute. It's the fear of trusting. The fear of, like, I know my twin flame is not like the assholes I've been with in the past. You know what I mean? So I know he wouldn't treat me the way that they did. But because of the pain I felt through being betrayed or, whatever happened, like, I could feel this. This is obviously something I'm currently healing because I can feel the blocks here. I'm just, it's just like, I don't know, it's like, it's like I could feel the wall up here in even trying to say these words. But yeah, that energy of the fear of being betrayed again, the fear of being disrespected, the fear of being shunned, shamed. There's a lot there. You know what I mean? And as I said, I'm a conscious healer and I'm consciously every day doing my healing. But yet yesterday, this massive block came up for me and I'm like, oh shit, my walls are back up. That's another thing. Like, so how am I supposed to let my twin flame back in if my walls are still up? So there is always something that can be investigated. Like, obviously with the healing anyway, I believe that we're going to continue healing in union anyway. So like, you're not going to actually go to end up on union day, as we call it, and end up going, oh, I'm so fucking healed. Everything is fucking healed. No, all through your twin flame connection and when you're in union as well, there will be healing to do. So don't think it's some, I don't know, paradise that we get to where everything is healed. There will still be more to heal within the relationship. But you have to be aware now of what blocks are you, are still holding up for you. Because this was kind of another energy I got. Like I felt the downloaded energy of there's still blocks here. There's still blocks to union. And I'm like trying to decipher what he's going through. And I'm doing this on an intuitive level. And I have to ask myself the decisions he needs to make. I need to make them in some areas of my life as well. And that's understandable, but that can be the stuff that's happening in the 3D. So when it comes to walking away from family, friends, or whatever dynamics that are no longer serving you. But then there's obviously those internal blocks, those internal wall blocks. I can feel that pain in my chest when I think about it. You know what I mean? We have this fear of being seen as well. I think like anything that I go through, it tends to be collective anyway. So ask yourself these questions because we all go through the same heart blocks. A lot of us are going through that trauma from past relationships. It's like, if I show myself to my twin flame, is he going to treat me the way that they all treated me? It's a really raw one for me right now. It's like that trust, and then that comes back to trusting yourself, and that's another one that I got yesterday was that fear of being able to trust our twin flame is actually connected to our trust of self. We keep asking ourselves the question, are we wrong? Is this connection, is it all in my head? Am I going crazy? Their behavior is showing me otherwise. Their behavior isn't showing me what I feel. And then you see stuff on the 3D and you're like, are they really an asshole? Or, am I wrong? So that's the thing that comes in there. Your lack of trust for yourself. This is the thing, right? We've healed from those past relationships. We're healing from those past relationships, right? But we're not the person that entered those relationships. We were wounded back then. You know what I mean? We were in pain. We were vulnerable. Our inner child was raw as fuck. And we ended up in toxic dynamics. but we've grown and evolved since then. So we should be able to trust that we only let good energy into our lives. And I think the biggest one that I was going through as well, other than the betrayal, is like, what if my energy radar is off? You know, like it was before. I attracted so many narcissists. It's like, could I be doing the same thing? Could I have rose-tinted glasses on? Could I be completely wrong? So this is where it comes about trusting yourself. Trusting that you've grown. Trusting that you have become, the best energy detector in the world, so that you can you can tell a narcissist a mile off. So like, you need to start trusting your own self, and that will help you trust your twin. Know that the past can't repeat itself if you've done the work. That's a fact. If you're doing the work, and if you've done the work, you won't repeat a past cycle unless you repeat a past cycle. It's literally it's your choice whether to evolve or repeat. But it's asking yourself those questions about your heart chakra. This is the main one for all of us. That's where the unworthiness wound, the inner child wound, all of those wounds stem from, are behind the walls of our heart. That's it. Like, we can't, like, we might be good at giving love, which we are, but we're not good at receiving love. You know, almost a year ago now, like, I got the download that I actually was afraid to be loved. Afraid to be loved. Like, why are we afraid to be loved? Because all we've known is toxic love. That's it. We've known a love that isn't love. So we're basing our knowledge of love on our past experiences. So we're afraid that if we allow ourselves to be loved, we're going to be treated like shit again. And that's effectively what's happening. You know, so it's overcoming the reasons behind that. Trusting that your twin flame isn't like your exes. Trusting that you are strong enough not to attract assholes anymore. That's the biggest one. Because in trusting yourself, you can trust your twin. But let those walls down. It is safe. And you know, it's not just about opening your heart to your twin flame. It's opening your heart in general. To receive abundance, to receive love, to receive everything that's on its way to you. But if we're constantly hiding behind those walls, how are we going to let them in? How are we going to let anything in? And this is something that we have to really work on. This is what we're running from. We're actually running from love. That's what our twin flame is running from. The intensity of the connection, on top of the fact that they're so afraid to lose themselves the same way you are. So afraid of repeating past mistakes. So afraid of love looking like it did before. Do you know? And that's the fear of betrayal. The fear of putting our trust into somebody again. And having it, you know, taken for granted. You know what I mean? So it's really, this is a test of your faith. And in your courage and in your growth. This is what it's about. Stop thinking about what they're doing and what they're not doing. Why they're running or why they're taking their time. It's giving yourself this moment and asking yourself, where do you need to stop running? What are you running from? Where is your heart still blocked? What can you do to break down those walls? These are all things that we need to work on. We're like, just keep asking yourself that question. What am I running from? Separation is there for a reason. The longer it goes on, it's because the universe is telling you still have stuff to heal. And yes, I'm constantly healing. But then for stuff to come up yesterday, I'm like, oh, okay, hold on now. Like, you know, I wasn't even conscious of these blocks. You know what I mean? Genuinely, I wasn't conscious that my walls were gone back up. Because obviously when our past wounds resurface, the walls go back up. And we were open. I was open. My heart wall was down, and then all of a sudden it went straight back up because of the triggers that I was going through. And I have to acknowledge that. So I've been running as well, even though I thought I was running towards my twin, but I've actually been running away again because of the fear of betrayal, fear of trusting again, fear of opening my heart, the fear of being loved, all of it. So these are all things we need to be aware of. So concentrate on what you're running from. Ask yourself those questions. It really is time to let down those walls. Trust that. Trust yourself, trust your twin, and trust your journey. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. And there's nothing more than to help in your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie where I share a guided meditation every week. The information for that is in the description box.